See one, eh? Here I come!
Here's the You think that shield will save you?
Blind freaks!
Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest! We're not finished! Severing wind! Take that! You're on! Astral arts?
That's my cue. Where are you going?
Shut him down!
Make it rain!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Here's a healing arc!
Take
Change
this!
darkness!
You're on! Brilliant form! Here I come!
Glacial Shield! Here's evil! Astral energy!
Say no more! I can feel my power growing!
That's far enough!
Bring him down!
Denied! None can the true gunslinger around here. Lost! Demons descend! Flashing fang! Look sharp! Tiger blade! Man, tear you to shreds! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go!
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool. I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state. A realm where Danans are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother. He dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
It can hide itself? Amazing! Take this!
Look out for the weak point! One more! Down in the wind! Air thrust!
Here I come! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon form!
Here's a healing
Here I
arm!
come!
I never miss!
You're finished!
Tiger blade! Will this help?
Here I come!
I'm gone!
Dragon form!
To me!
Healing circle!
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
I owe you one. Demon Fang!
Look sharp!
That's it!
You're mine!
Tiger
Dragon
blade!
form!
Their arms were interrupted.
Demon Fang!
Here's a healing
Take
arm!
this!
Time to shine!
It's over! Dragon form!
This
Win!
one's mine! Take
Take
this!
this! You're
Tiger
finished!
blade!
Take this!
Lightning
You're finished!
meteor!
Thunder field!
I'm not done! You're mine!
Tiger blade!
Demon Fang!
Leave now!
It's on! Eat this! Severing wind! You're mine! You're on!
None shall
Here I
escape
come!
my judgment!
This one's mine!
No escape!
Tiger
You're
blade!
mine! Demon Fang!
This one's mine!
Win!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
You're on! Take this!
Tiger blade!
Dragon
I
form!
can handle it! Far enough!
You're finished! Demon Fang!
Falling
Dragon
sword!
form!
I'm out!
I'm gone!
Demon Fang!
Strike! Tiger blade!
Demon Fang! Dragon form! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Burn in hell! Here I come! It's over!
Look sharp!
Here I come! Demon Fang!
Tiger blade!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Take this! You're finished! Dragon form!
I'm ready to go! See what I can do! Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem!
Take this!
I'll bring you back from death!
Go on! Dragon
Tiger
form!
blade!
Ruin gate!
Get loose!
Here comes a big one!
Will this help? Firmament render! Healing circle!
I owe you one.
Tiger blade! Denied!
Let the mark in the
Demon
wind!
Fang!
Not in your dreams!
Dragon
I'm out of
form!
ammo! Here's a
You're
healing arm!
mine!
Do it!
Here I come! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Back into the fray!
I'm gone!
Radiant storm! Radiant pearl! Going in!
An astral arm?
That's my shield!
This
Shut him
one's
down!
mine.
Dragon form!
An instant! Lightning to annihilate!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Where are you going?
Win!
Tiger
You're
blade!
on!
Magna ray! Annihilate! Raging storm!
Take this!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Time to shine!
You're mine!
Here, let me help!
Dragon form!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Here! Gusty nail!
I'm gone! One more!
Thanks!
Here, let me help!
Take this! Demon Fang!
I'm gone!
It's over!
Arch healing circle! Not in your dreams! But hang on!
Dragon pistol's all mine!
Raging storm!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Eat dirt! Dragon form! Dragon form!
Thanks, Shion.
Demon Fang! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! Vanquish darkness!
Going in.
Dragon form! I'm not done! Demon Fang!
The marksman handles
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
You're mine! Demon Fang! It's over! Dragon form!
Flaming meteor!
Demon! Win! You're finished! You're on! Dragon form!
Here's a healing art.
Demon Fang!
I don't have much left.
I'm not done! It's on!
Denied!
Dragon form! Severing wing! Eat dirt! Here I come! Win! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Tsar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act, as the Lord of Elder Menencia. Go. To Mahag Sar, Ganeth Horrors, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream? What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Miguel entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Eldaman and Sia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renin Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elderman and Sea Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she's absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Yes!
Right.
No way.
I don't believe this! Great! Very nice. What?
I guess...
Law.
Yeah! Whoa! Is that... Oh, this is bad. Real bad.
Ah!
Just great.
Yes!
Man, that was amazing! No wonder the old man was so gung-ho about it.
See? What did I tell you?
Shion? You've got sauce on your face.
Did you used to come here when you were younger, Kisara?
You bet. See the dent in that column? That's from when my mace slipped out of my hand one time, just after I'd joined the guard. And that crack over there? That happened while I was practicing an art.
This is new information to me. Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Right, here goes! Demon Fang! Mirage! Hut, hut, hut. Severing Wind! Hut. This one's gonna be tough! Demon! Demon Fang! Hut. Dragon Swarm! I'm not done! It's over! You're mine! Severing Wind! Here I come! Mirage! It's over! This one's all mine! We did it! My turn! Severing Wind! Ha! Mirage! Take this! Demon Fang! I'm not done! It's over! Hut, hut. You're mine! Demon Fang! Hut. Here I come! Severing Wind! You're mine! Mirage! Wind! Hut. Mirage! Ha! Hut. Here I come! Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! I'll take you all on! Ha! It's over! This one's all mine! Not today! Here I come! Hut. Hut. Take this! Ha! This isn't looking good. Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Demon Fang!
Looks like trouble with the capital T.
Together, we've got this!
Dreadful art is being interrupted.
Will this help? Are those arms even natural?
The armor won't save you!
Take this!
Back into
Wind!
the fray.
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Great
Mirage!
spear.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the puzzle to me!
Forgive me. This is my fight.
Demon Fang!
I'll bring you back from death.
Can't end here!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Art expert coming through. This one's mine.
Can you take it?
Nothing gets by me!
I'll bring
It's
you
in your
back from
hands
death's
now.
abyss.
I'm on it!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation.
First strike!
I'll heal you all.
Not done yet! Here I come!
I'm on it!
You'll pay for that!
I'll bring
Demon
you back
Fang!
from death's abyss.
Mirage! Ha! Demon
Bring you
Fang!
back from death's abyss!
Mirage! Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! You're finished! Mirage! No! It can't end here!
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I'll face you!
Demon Fang!
Tornado Drive!
Double Demon Fang!
Elusive deity! I'll
Freezing
face
storm!
you!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
A freezing storm!
Can you take it?
Eat dirt!
House stick!
Ice tornado!
Tornado Drive! Eat the
Here we go.
with the earth! Stalagmite!
Barely a blip on our radar.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
A fish! You saw it too, right?
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. There's a nice breeze here. I've got something. You've got to know when to quit. I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
Ha! Reel it in. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Judging by this... Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. Here I go. Ready?
Now you see what I can do!
My special.
I'm surrounded!
You got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Can you
All yours.
Never miss.
take this?
Benediction light.
Watch it!
Resonate
with the earth! Ringwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis. Excited. I'm only getting started.
Resonate with the earth! No further!
This one's mine.
Benediction light.
I'm on it! Do it! Talon Storm!
Swallow blade.
Allow me to
Rising
help you!
wyvern.
Resonate with the earth!
Glacial
Elite
Fever.
deity!
Evil.
Tornado drive!
Rising
Knuckle
wyvern.
back!
Dazzle.
Begin!
Rising falcon.
The heavens must be smiling.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my arc.
When he slows down, that's our chance.
Tornado drive!
Leave the agile one to me.
In a vine!
I'm out of ammo. Watson.
Tornado drive! Slash!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, that sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk and more doing.
Prepare to be sealed!
Our arc is being interrupted.
Here I come. Sword Rain Alpha.
Out! Tornado drive!
Benediction light.
Heal! Does it hurt? mess with me!
You're mine! Benediction light. Another incantation of ruin. Do you require a hand?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Rising Wyvern! Strike!
I'll fate resonate with you.
Lightning Storm! Finish it!
Elusive Twinwell. Light burst forth.
Radiant Citizen!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
I just noticed none of you other Danons have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I...
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Can't get out of this!
I'm also good with airborne targets.
Ready to go! This one's blind! Time free!
What can we just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Finish it! Sia,
This ends now!
consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that case.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Finish it!
It's in the sky, it's mine.
In an instant! Impact block!
Is that a healing arm?
It is. I can't think...
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn, you weren't messing around.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Thank you. Elusive deity! Begin justice!
Where are you
I shall
going?
ensure you...
It's a duel of the
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you to truly.
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our
Yes, ma'am.
You require help. Can't get out of this! I'll smash you! Elusive deity! I'll crush you! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Double Thank you!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Glacial Spear. Here's the evil.
Tornado Drive! Elusive deity! Take this! Begin!
Do it!
Flip off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alphin.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
extra large.
That's my cue.
We got the advantage. Shut him down. Good. Just have to make sure we keep it. Don't worry, because Law's on it. Take this.
Did you just hear me?
You can't get out of
I need
this.
you, remember?
Right.
Freaking dumb. Watch it. Tornado drive.
I'm out.
Can you take it?
Graviton field.
You're mine. Do it. Take this.
Radiant here.
This one. Not so fast. Tornado drive. Not today. Resonate with outfit. In an instant. Impact block. We work well together.
Finally timed
Where are
waltz.
you going?
Elusive deed. Hey! Blow them away!
I can feel my precision improving.
I'll clear the way through.
I've got your back. Going denied.
Now you see what I can do. I can do performance. I'm going to try. Take this. Elusive deity. Now we're not.
Tiger Blade. Leave the enemy's art to me.
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. See that?
That training's paying off.
Not so fast.
Rising Falcon! Do it! Rising Burn in Hell!
Resonate with the art. Dragon form.
In an instant!
Impact block. Dark wind.
This one's mine.
Going in. Elusive deity.
One more.
Tornado drive. There's always room for improvement. Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
You're dead.
Tiger Blade.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Keep going. It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
Bestow thy mystery. No way!
Take this!
Get behind me!
Try harder!
Can you take it? Leave me. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! You're wide open! This one's mine! Resonate with the art! This one's mine! Smash you!
Nothing gets by me. Far enough.
Blow away!
Demon Fang!
Eat this! I'll make big blast!
Not today! Finish it! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
You're
Like a
wide
finally
open!
timed waltz.
Felt fine not too long ago. I'm down! In a bind? Eat this! Tiger Blade! Through! Elusive deity! Getting away! Time to stop! Take it away!
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. I've still got a ways to go.
That equipment should come in handy.
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Blow away!
I'll hit you! Big blast! This one's mine!
Take this! Blow away! You're finished! Elusive deity! You're done!
Now I'm in the groove! Now you see what I can do!
Elusive deity!
It was nice while it
Rush
lasted.
up! Talon sword! Take this! Be still! Steel! Elusive deity! Take this!
Guardian
In a
Gale!
bind!
In your deck.
On guard! Tiger Blade! One more! Ready to go! Far enough! Flaming Meteor!
Take this!
Tiger
Elusive
Blade!
deity!
Take this!
Hitting
Tiger Blade!
station! First strike!
Flaming Meteor!
Eat this! You're mine!
Right to go!
Do it! All right!
Dueling!
All yours, Kisara.
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that.
We're in for a long slog with this one!
They got me blind!
On guard!
Elusive deity!
Take this!
Big blast! You're finished! Blow away!
Watch it!
Talon storm!
Going in! Take
Ready and prep!
Dazzling
The enemy
Spear!
wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that.
Elusive deity! I'll thank you! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Now you see what I can do! You're wide open! Take this! What is this? Take this!
I've used too much.
Flaming sword! Dragon swarm! I'll put you through! Eternal devastation! I'm ready!
Any injuries?
hope I live long enough to regret it.
Going in.
Steel! Swallow blade! You're done! Bestow thy destruction! Eternal devastation! Away!
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes, sir.
Eternal devastation!
I'm ready. Dueling.
Hey! Blow them away!
How's that?
Take this! This one's all mine! Finish it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! You're wide open! This one's mine! First strike! Please finish it! Fang Blast! Lightning Thrust! Eat this! Fang Blast! Rising Wyvern!
On guard.
Blow away! Finish it!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
It'll take more than that to break my shield.
Dependable to the last.
I'll run you through!
Water snake, wait!
Elusive deity! I'm on tornado drive!
This turn is mine!
Elusive deity!
Tiger blade!
Mirage! Throw away! Tempest storm! Elusive deity! I'm on it! Hitting power! Fang blast!
The tide of battle has turned in our
Not
favor.
today!
Then let me keep any attack!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Hurricane thrust!
Far enough!
Tear! I'm on it!
The abyss is deep.
Sword! Armor won't save you! That's enough! Double demon fang!
Hook shot!
Go away! Destruction! Steel! Crush! I'm on demon fang!
I'll aid us with
Elusive in an instant! Impact cross!
Do you think we'll be okay to keep going?
I make no guarantees. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
It'll take more than that to break my shield.
Dependable
You
to the
want
last.
me? Come get me! One more!
Elusive deity!
It's a duel of the arts!
Resonate with the art! Go away!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Elusive deity!
Please
here!
We may get out of this alive after all.
Yeah, things were looking bad for a minute there.
I'm pretty sure we can handle anything.
Away! Mercy! Big flaming meteor!
Felt fine not too long ago.
This one's mine!
Take this! I'm on it! Big it's over! Luna Rondo! Take this! Sword Raid Alpha!
Now I'm real mad.
Your blade moves like
Away!
silk.
Hey! Blow them away!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Aha! I forgot to look before I leaped.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm... Been looking for you. For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why? Beautiful, precious life. What the... That is all I desire. Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
I'm on it! I'm gone! That freaking does it!
Take this.
Burn!
Its defenses are down.
Oh, take this!
Oh, and Tiger Blade!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Far enough!
Big blast!
Can you take
That
it?
freaking does it!
Bestow thy mystic
Armor won't
mercy.
save you!
Using roar!
Big blast!
I'm on it!
Lightning, your lordship.
Then will you lay down your life?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not behave.
Enjoy.
here.
That's freaking doesn't! That's
This one's all mine. Ignite! Show me your
It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
This one's mine!
Away!
Double demon fang!
Dazzling spin!
Rising Viper! Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nies, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nies, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danons, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danons rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is...
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danons and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danons rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.